And we are live. Give me a second. My chat is being horrible. And by that, I mean it's doing the thing where I won't be able to see if anyone clicks on. Learn more. I don't care. Nope, okay. That's gonna be fun and not a pain in the bum at all. Okay. Oh, I should put on music. I should do a lot of things. This is what scuff looks like, if y'all were curious. This is my scuff. Okay. So first off, copy link here. Steal. Second off, music. Let's see. 8-bit gaming, because we're drawing a guy with some 8-bit design. Free to use music. Aw, my classic 8-bit no copyright music playlist saved me. Oh, hell yeah. It's a bop. Okay. I have a sketch to show, but I don't have it right now, naturally. Just paste. No need to mention anything. You can figure it out from there. And then get the phone so I can tweet it out with the tweet I had sketched out earlier. Because I had planned to do this at like 5, and then things got in the way because my life is chaotic. And by that, I mean I am a mess. Not that my life, well, my life's a little bit of a mess, but that's neither here nor there. Smile. Okay. Copy text. Okay, Twitter. Okay. Post. And then immediately go into my own thing to actually post the link I promised. Post. Okay. Yay, we did it! I have to turn down the threshold on my side. This is very loud. Probably because it's feeding into one ear. But I was watching commentary videos, so I needed the, bass to be blasted. Okay, there we go. I have announced I'm streaming. And some people might say, this is what a starting soon screen is for. And to that, I say, yeah, you're probably right. Probably freaking right. But that's not how we do it here. Anyways, Kinich. This is my rough face I have for him. It came from an image of a woman who was not sitting like this, at all. She had straight posture, was facing the other direction, and had her hand on her face. And somehow this is the pose I got from that. But I think it's good. I think we can work with it. So we're gonna take that down a little bit. Also, I should probably change this to white. Or mid-tone gray. That's what people complain to me about. That I can't have a white background. Or whatever. I'm sorry. If that's really how you're gonna draw a line, maybe you're not strong enough to be here, guys. Because I still have pure white on the screen. You know what? I don't care. People say it's annoying. I like it. We're gonna make it pure white, because then it's gonna bleed in to the empty space we have. I think that makes sense. This is gonna end up being a PNG anyways. So let's get our rough inker, see what the size width on that is. That's pretty decent. So I'm just gonna clean up all these sketch lines, and then we can add details on top once I get a picture of him on my other monitor or whatever. And I'm not gonna draw the full base since I know that's not what I'm going for. This is just get some of those more major features out. Clean up posing, that good stuff. If it wasn't for Knight, I actually probably wouldn't have put him on my team. And sometimes I consider taking him off because I can't power him up the way I can the rest of my party members. Because I have the Traveler, the Anemo Traveler, because I like Anemo. I like that attack, at least better than Geo, and I haven't gotten Electro or any of the other ones yet. Because I only just finished Liwei. But the other two are from Liwei and Mondstadt. I have Noelle, and then, oh, how do you pronounce her name? The pirate. I'm blanking on her name right now, I'm sorry. But those are the other two I have, meaning I can actually, and because there's the Electro Cube and the Geo Cube in those same areas, I can power them up essentially all the way. Can't do that with him. I've gotten him to level 40, and now if I want him to go any stronger, I need to have things from Natlin, which I am very much not near. So he's a little level capped, but I really like his burst, which I think makes it worth it, you know? I never know how to draw hands, I'm gonna be honest. And some people might say, well, you can't just use that as an excuse for your whole life. And I would say, yeah, I can. I can use it as an excuse for as long as I want. You can't control me, Mom. Kind of making his hand look like a foot. We'll deal with that when we get to there. If I make it look more paw-like, is that better or worse? I mean, obviously we can't have these circling bits. Why is my eraser so big? I mean, in a way that kind of makes it better. We'll burn that birch when we get there. This is just rough posing. I also wanted to fix his eyes because they were a little bit too far over. I can just copy the shape though. Needs heavier eyelid on top. There we go. Those feel even-ish. Okay, I need to thicken this liner up here. Oh, his like little lashes or something, doesn't he? I can just figure this out when I look up his picture, but I want to look at his eyes as full right now. Heck, I got her Unreal soon, but music's a little loud. Thanks, Vinny. I feel like it's loud, but also I have it compressed on my streaming setup, so I was like, I don't know, maybe it's just loud for me. I'm good. How are you, Vinny? Did your first message say anything? Because nothing's showing up. I know he doesn't have pupils, guys, but this is more for my self-directing. Does it look like he's actually looking at us? Because he does have something there. Okay, he does. You're sleepy? L. Just wake up. You've been in a coma for 9 years. Just wake up. It's as simple as that. You just need to get in the right mindset. Come on, dude, your wife and kid miss you. Just wake up. Okay, that's enough of that joke. Why does that eye look more open than this one? Is it the little curve here? It's the little curve there. And I gotta fix that eyelid. Those little... Okay. I feel like I should do Ajaw in a secondary program to get that more pixel art, because I suck at drawing pixels. As seen right here now. I don't have a wife or kid. That's because you're not woken up from the coma. Did you want to play that escape room game, by the way? Oh, I thought I messaged you back. I got distracted, sorry. Yeah, I'm kind of busy right now. And you're busy too, you gotta run real soon. But yeah, we need to set up a time for it, because you're busy now. You have a life. How dare you? How dare you stop being an online incel like me? Okay, switch to sketch marker. And let me... Oh. I was gonna try and pull up an image on my iPad. Then you all would have seen it, and that would have been embarrassing. You guys don't need to know its images are in my photo gallery. I thought you had school. Were you lying to me? Were you not actually at school when you said you were gonna be at school? Were you lying to me? Or is school just not as chaotic as you thought it would be yet? Kinich. Genshin. Images. Oh, look at that beautiful man. He's so much cooler than I am. Does he just have diamond pupils? I thought they were way more intense. Yeah, you would, wouldn't you, you creep? You want to see what things are in my photo gallery? Okay. So first things first, now I'm looking at it, this cheek needs to be moved in a little bit. It needs to be making contact with that eye almost. Like that. Everything else seems about right. Yep, okay. So now to add the Kinich. I'm still here, let's just go in here and fix that. Okay, then add the details in red. Looks like he just has a pretty basic diamond. And here's a little point here. And then mirrored on the other eye. Actually probably bring his diamond down a little bit more in this one. I swear, there are a lot of YouTubers who have like whatever bit theme this is as like their exit or intro theme. I swear it sounds so familiar. And like, I know I listen to this playlist a lot, but I feel like from day one I've felt this way. And then he has a little shadowy bit here. Here. Night, Finny. Hope you sleep well. Looks so bald without his headband. We'll just add that in for him right now. And that'll stretch from there to there. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how good this is gonna turn out because he has a lot of squares on his designs, and making accurate squares is one of my weakest points. I'll admit that as an artist, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm really scared of Dryage for that exact reason. I just know I'm gonna butcher him, and he's gonna be mad at me forever. Okay, so the black lines here don't quite match up with those ones, they're just a little thicker. We'll do that. And then he has this bit of hair that goes burp, burp. Oof. His little bird wing. And he has a subset bird wing that will go like this. I swear, I'm using all my brain cells to figure out how to draw his hair, guys. I promise. I also have to keep in mind he has really cool earrings. Oh damn, like really cool earrings. I want his earrings. I can't because I don't have piercings on that part of my ear, but dang. That goes hard. I just thought he had like the dangly ones, but apparently he's got like spiky studs on the what is it? The knot lobe. Okay. And he's also got some bird wings on this side. Not quite as intense as the ones on the other side. And then he has the spikies. This is where his giant one would combine. There's a chance you'd probably just see like a touch of his bandana right there before hair covers it again. And have another set of dangly earring right there. Why do I have that rough line on? I guess for his head, but I feel like I can kind of guesstimate where that is now. And I feel like this is gonna make it cleaner. Okay. Then I get a picture where his hair is not cropped, please. That's fan art. I don't necessarily want to reference fan art for this. Okay, here. Can I zoom in on that? No, I cannot. It is not allowed, apparently. So much fan art of this character, and apparently so little yandere writings of him, according to the internet. There's never enough. Is there ever enough yandere fanfics? Some might say, yes. Yes, there are. I might say that. Will that stop me from reading them? No, I am morbid fascination with fanfics where you're like, why would you write this, sweet child? Whoever wrote this, why would you write this? And they're just like, I don't know. Silly ha-has, that's why. No, it only lets me zoom in that much. It's fine. I can figure it out. No, guys, I swear I can figure it out. I'm not that dumb. What, he has a braid in his hair? I think that's what that is, just like a little tiny braid. And also yellow in his hair. I didn't realize that before. He'll be fun to color. Okay. I will have this on just because I need to know where the back of his head is, because apparently I'm going to add a little braid right here-ish. And then give a swoop of hair above that, below it. This little braid thingy here. Watch this not be like a braid. I could pull up his character, like, for real, for reference. Because, like I mentioned, I did pull him. But where's the fun in knowing if you're drawing something correct? When you can just draw it full confidence wrong, and some random person on the internet will later correct you, and then you'll feel really stupid. Add a little bend of that hair right there. I want to add just the slightest bit of curve there as well. Have it kind of curl in on itself, you know? Oh, it would actually curl over like that. There we go. And he has a pretty defined thing right there. Another pretty defined curly bit right here. I've never drawn his two swirly bits so attention to detail before. a good reason. That was weird. It's weird to draw his little mooshes. And then we can add the slightest hint of his little tail tuft right here. But the ribbon, I think, will be more or less hangy-downy. Probably more over here to also balance all these elements over here. So, these little curly bits. Nice big X on it. Why are Genshin characters so detailed? Can someone tell me? And why did I decide to draw them? It's because I love them. Oh gosh. That looks horrible. It's fine, use a sketch. I like how I looked at the sketch. The very rough sketch I had. And I was like, this is gonna be easy enough to add his 1 million details. Don't be stupid like me, kids. Try to use your brain for once. I've heard it's nice. Wouldn't know, never done it, but I've heard there's some benefits to it. Okay. Also, another downside of this character, there's not a lot of him facing forward, which is great, because I needed that reference for his hair, but it is very bad for his clothing, because he curls in on himself, which he kind of is here, but not in the same way. It's his nice little V-neck thing. His little V-neck moment. Here he'll have a little diamond, which will then connect his spiral. His G for original gangster. Dude, when I was, this is gonna be super nerdy, and I know no one cares, but I'm gonna share it anyways, because it's funny to me. When I was in high school, I did world history. AP World History, in fact. And I had a friend who did AP World History. We weren't in the same class. God, I wish we were. That would have been so chaotic. It would have been beautiful. But apparently her class had come up when we were learning about the Huns with a very interesting joke, and it was the OG, because Genghis Khan was very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. The Huns were very interesting. I know that's not what they're called. That's what Mulan calls them. But I'm just gonna call them that because it's funny, because they would talk about the OG all the time. OG means original gangster, at least it did originally in the vernacular of 2017 or whatever. But they would use it for the original Genghis. Because he was the OG. I don't know if their teacher had called him the OG or if some student said it and it just stuck, but lives in my head rent free. He's the OG, baby. This is a decent reference of him, kind of. His arms are crossed over his chest where I need references from. Also, fun fact, if you search art, if you search Kinich, you will also get so many images of Sal because they're twinsies. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm looking at the related images of him to see if I can find an image of his model without his arms crossed, and just Sal, if that's how you pronounce his name. These are great reference images of him. His arms aren't crossed, but all of Kanich's are. I can probably, like, what's the 3D model? I can probably just find, like, some raw images of that, maybe? No, these are all still just fan art. Beautiful. Artists, you are doing an amazing job. This is a beautiful man. The heck does he look like? Here's the 3D models of, like, Mona and stuff. Where's the other one? Where's Kinish's? You know it exists. We all know it exists, right? Okay. I think I'm gonna have to pull up my game just to look at him because I'm not able to find it, and I know that I can find it there. So I guess we're switching to Genshin music real quick. And give me a minute while I get it pulled up and hope my thing doesn't crash. Okay, you got games on your computer? I got Genshin Impact. Does that count? Okay, start game. Hope this doesn't ruin everything. It might ruin everything. It's hard to tell. It won't show up on stream, I know that. But if it did, my name's Oleander Kumaralsh or something like that. I don't remember what me and Klaus said my fake name is, but that's what my name is. It's Oleander Kumaralsh. Because it showed just enough of my email to get some letters out of my name. Okay. This is gonna take forever to load because I have everything going on my internet. I'm sorry, Comcast. Okay. First things first, settings. Second things second, I don't want you to be full screen for once in my life. Graphics, full screen, we're gonna go to windowed, so we can pop it on over here. Oh, that's very big. It's fine, I need it big. Oh, maybe not that big, actually. Ooh, no, not that big. I didn't realize how tall it was. Give me a minute. No. Oh, why would I'm so stupid? This is computer size windowed. Okay. I think that's good. Okay. And now switch to 2. Now look at me, pretty boy. Okay, now I get a reference of what he actually looks like. Because his arms aren't crossed. Okay, so he has his little G necklace, and then there's decorations on, like, all 3 points. Little bump. That's Ajaw, just absolutely busting a move. He's so cute. Okay, his little designs there. And then looks like there's 2 studs right here. And right here. You know, equal distance. And those connect to his shoulder points. Oh, no, they don't connect like that.
Here's how I allocate my energy on a job. 70% goes to investigating, 10% to making a final decision, and the remainder for execution.
You know, that's more impressive than me, Kinich. For real. I do something with a non-guaranteed amount of energy, and then it's going. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. No, don't cover yourself, baby. His idle animation is pulling up a screen that just covers his shoulder. But it's enough. Okay. And then we get some nice big blocky blocks over here. And over here. Block here. Block here.
I'm not the friend to come to for words of comfort or encouragement. But when it comes to weighing the costs of your actions, ask away.
That's vague and ominous. Consequences of your actions. Oh no, what's that? Oh, what is that meme? I'm forgetting it now. Your actions have consequences! That's what it is. You frickin' Sonic fanfics. Okay, now let me pull up my menu so I can get a little closer look at him. No, I don't want to look at his back, Paimon. I want to look at his beautiful front. Oh, I can just zoom in. I knew that. I've played Genshin for so long. Anyways, let's draw those details. So these are actually residing on a layer right here.
Here's how I allocate my energy on a job.
I'd love to hear that again.
70% goes to investigating, 10% to making a final decision, and the remainder for execution.
He is not like me. He is, how do you say, prepared for the world. I'm here making a sticker out of him because I admire him so much. And already, I'm just gonna say it, I'm not including every detail on this man. I wish I could. I can't. That's just not good for my style. Oh, you can't see anything, can you? My goodness. Genshin was open and I don't know if you can see anything. Give me a minute. What?
Ajaw loves being antagonistic. Just ignore him when he's mouthing off.
Is my thing not streaming?
I dare you to release me and say that to my face!
No, I don't know if it's showing when I'm streaming anymore because of the bandwidth. No. No, give me a minute. I need to know what he looks like though. No. What is life? Okay, I'm going to take some screenshots of what he looks like. I can do that. I know how to do that on Windows. Control Shift 4. Oh no, that just changed characters. Command. Snipping tool. I don't know what I'm doing. No. No, everything's falling to ash. Okay, snipping tool, snipping tool, snipping tool. New. No, why?
Here's how I allocate my energy on a job. 70% goes to investigating.
Okay, that's good enough.
10% to making a
Boom.
final decision.
Okay. We're gonna close Genshin Impact. I have an image. No, why is it still not updating? No, 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 why? Why? Boop, boop. It's not updating, no! Why isn't it updating? Is my stream frozen? I'd believe it, because I Genshin open. Okay, that's going through. Now I'm just like panicking about my stream because it hasn't updated in a bit, my image, even though I've changed images things here. It could be that my iPad is no longer connected. That could be something. Is that what it is? Is my iPad not connected? Give me a minute, guys. Look at, I don't know, look at that instead. Give me a second. Why are you not connected? It says you're connected. Stop mirroring. And then start mirroring. Let's see if this works. Okay, we're gonna restart the receiver. It might have glitched out or something. And it is taking forever. We're just gonna exit out of that and reopen it and see if that fixes it. Okay, we're going to try and refocus the mirroring. See if we can do this. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think I got it. Okay. You don't have to look at that anymore. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think I got it. I guess it just stopped receiving information for whatever reason, because that's fun. That's what everyone wants to hear mid-art stream, that their art streaming isn't arting. Isn't it? Isn't it fine? Okay, give me a minute. I gotta go pull up the image of what he looks like. Okay. I think we got it. Let me just test something. Okay, great. Great. I'm having fun, guys. Being a streamer is so cool. No, it actually is. I'm not gonna. I shouldn't be just a little pesky little baby because one thing didn't go my way for once in my life. Man, I wish I could pull this up close and personal. But it's fine. I feel like this should much more closely cover his bits. Okay, and then from there he has a deep V-neck type thing going on. Maybe it is occurring to me right now that I should not have streamed this part of the process. But you know, I can still change it. I can be better than I was yesterday by being good today. Does that make sense? No. He has so many little details, guys. What the heck? Oh, right, music. No, no, I'm a mess. No, I'm a mess. Here we go, music. No, not Genshin Impact. Close. No. I'm trying to spawn my man. Please. And then it looks like he has a little hip detail right here. Then he's got a little, like, cut thing right here that should follow where his stomach lands. But then jut out just the slightest bit on his hips. Okay, and that is his shirt. Well, I guess I didn't do his sleeves. That's his harness, honestly. Okay, his sleeves look more high cut. Something like that and that. And then they also have metal detailing on them, because why wouldn't they? Make that metal detail just stand out just the slightest bit. Have a square right there. Okay, squares look pretty regular, so we'll also have another one on the edge right here. I think Kinich might be one of the hardest things I've drawn in a while. I'll admit it. Oh no. I have to draw his folded jumpsuit. If someone asks me, how am I supposed to know that you won't draw AI art? How do I know? I'll just show them this image and say, I love crying. That'll be the message. It looks kind of cursed. Well, that made me feel better, so I guess we can continue drawing for now. Oh no, that doesn't make me feel better. I only want it when I need it. Otherwise it becomes less special. And then his little thing. I don't know what that is. I'm here. Stickers. I am making this into in a sticker. I only am making one. It's a 3" by 3" sticker, so it's pretty big. This is a 6" by 6" canvas, but I'm planning on shrinking it as long as it looks good after, you know, condensing the file and whatnot. I have a Cricut, so I can do that. Except, I actually just remembered I'm out of black ink, so maybe I can't do it. At least not right away. Did my screen crash again and you can't see it? No, okay, you can. I am drawing Kinich from Genshin Impact, and I thought this process of sketching would be easier, faster, except I'm an idiot and I didn't realize that, you know, Genshin characters are Genshin characters, and I came into the stream with only this. Which, don't get me wrong, solid start. That took me like an hour to compose. Not quite an hour, but it took me a while to compose. But literally, Genshin characters can't stop wearing a million details, so he's one of the new characters from Natlan. Well, I don't know why I pronounced it the weird way first time. I'm American. So I'm just drawing him in a moody pose because he's got a face of someone who has an attitude. I do have him on my team, and don't get me wrong, I love him, but also, like, come on, this design, 8-bit edgelord. Which is, it's fitting. It's fitting to what I know about him, but still, I'm gonna call it as I see it. And I'm gonna do a horrible job at drawing him. But it's not because I don't love him, it's because I'm untalented. No, it's not that I'm untalented, it's that I don't do super much designs, and that's literally what Genshin characters are all about. I'm just gonna draw these as simple X's for right now. And I'll probably remember to fix those as I go back in. I hope. Gloves go up to about here-ish. I also have to remember to include his tattoos, which I can just barely see. I assume that's what these are. They could be something completely different. And I'll never know. Unless it's lore relevant. Then I guess I will know. Yeah, that's about where his gloves go up. I got kicked out of my brother's house. I normally hang out at his house at nights, but he was having guests over, so I had to leave. So this is what I'm doing instead, which I made a joke about on my Twitter. No, this is just a simple two-pronged. Versus this, which looks like it's way more complex. Hi, Wendy. Oh, you can keep going, girl. I was just saying hi. I love you. I disturbed my dog, and now she's tuffing at me. Which I deserve. I disturbed her, you know? And that's where my reference image stops. I can draw his little swirly on this glove. I think that's what that swirly connects to. Kinda hard to tell. If I open Genshin again, this will most definitely crash again. Tricky things to think about. Oh, good girl, Wendy. I could have been a developer for Genshin, but they realized after they hired me I couldn't develop. I don't know if you're serious or if that's a joke, but that's a really great joke. Like, it's just very comedic. Just like, yeah, I could have gone pro, all until, and you think they're gonna say like an injury or something, until they realized I couldn't. That's just like at least what the phrasing brings up into my head, and it makes me giggle like a stupid 12-year-old girl kicking her legs up on the bed, writing about the cute boy she saw today. Okay. That's all we have for a reference, so you're serious? That's impressive. I can't get hired. I haven't been applying myself. It's all my fault. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, now we're just gonna go and do some outlining, I guess. We're gonna do a little bit thinner than normal. Because we want to get his little details in. Till they realized I sucked. Hey, fake it till you make it, and when you make it, that's when you think about the consequences of your actions. Pretty sure that's what they taught me in school. They also realized I was a kid. I guess they just accepted. I wish I could say that that was unbelievable, but especially because they're an overseas company. Like, I don't know where you live, but I am saying, because I know they're not American, I'm sure that's not like the first thing in their mind, because labor laws are different there and whatnot. If I remember, I think it was Niji Sanji. It was like exposed that they had literal like children who were being A, underpaid, and then B, required to speak like 3 to 4 languages conversationally, so not professionally. And they were managing adult VTubers from like America or like Mexico or whatever. Oh, I flipped my screen upside down. I was like, why does everything look weird? I'm originally Turkish, so I guess translation didn't go quite right. Plot twist, they didn't translate at all. They're just like, oh, this person clearly seems like they know what they're talking about. Kyra them on the spot. So I take it you play Genshin, or you're at least familiar with it, if you're applying to work there. Oh, it's okay, Becky. It's okay, Papa Boy. It's okay. Settle. It's okay. Do you need to come to Mama? Okay. I live in an apartment, and it stresses my dog out sometimes. I play when I'm bored. I made the character design for one character. Which character? if you don't mind me asking. Because that sounds really cool. I just got to, well, I say I got to. I have now unlocked the possibility to get to the third area, and I'm so excited for it because my favorite character's there. I think it was a little girl, she had pigtails, they used it, and it was very, very conveniently didn't give me... Did they really ever give anyone credit? Like, do they have a page on their website for it? Or is it just like, you work for us, it's our design? Because that's how I always assumed it worked, and like, you maybe earn the credits of the games or whatever. But that was the thought I had when, apparently whoever they based, oh gosh, I really don't know how to pronounce her name. The cool roller skate lady that was introduced in Natlan, but you still can't get her yet. She's not like officially in the game yet. Everything we know about her is from leaks. Apparently her dance was based off of some like TikTokers, like the exact movements, and that TikToker's trying to sue or whatever. So, and I was wondering like, can she get like a good sue on that? Because there's no way that she could have profited off of it. They paid me not well, but they did pay me. Hey, at least they did the bare minimum of paying you. I guess the real bare minimum would have been credit, but you know what I'm saying. I should see if they're hiring for some position that I can lie about, because then people will get off my back about getting a job. I'm joking. I just need to find like data entry remote specialist or whatever. I want to be an artist, but I don't have a large enough portfolio to prove that I can be an artist. They said I couldn't work there because I'd be working with adults and I'm a minor, so it'd be hard to say it's not bad. Yeah, I mean, I understand why they wouldn't want you working there as a minor, along with the fact that apparently you didn't know how to develop games. Put your resume in a different language, they won't check. It just, imagine it just translates horribly the first time, but then it somehow translates perfectly fine the second time. So it's just like, what is your occupation? Wall seeing. And they're just like, oh, it's, you know, she wrote in French, and we really blame her. Maybe that's a job in France. No, I keep hitting just the screen instead of the undo button, and I'm dying of embarrassment. Yeah, child labor law is true. I'm old, so I don't think those apply to me anymore. You know, unless I was laboring a child, in which case they apply to me in a different way. I learned how to do bangs like this when I was drawing art for someone else, of their character who had fun bangs. To get those like really super rigid defined curls. In Turkey you have to be 18 or older. I think it depends on the job. I think in America, depending on state, you can get hired as young as 14. However, there are certain job requirements that you can't do, like nationwide, until you are 18. Namely, doing things that would make you in contact of bodily fluids, blood, vomit, pee, anything like that. Gross, I know, but I'm kidding, I have a job, YouTube, but I guess that don't count. Influencer is a little different. There's not as rigid laws on it, if I remember properly. From all the like videos I see about like how are family vlog channels legal. And some places are working to make, you know, better protections for children that are in those situations. It's okay, Wendy. In Turkey, hear me out. You know, when my friends typically tell me to hear me out, it's always a little bit of a red flag, but I guess I'll listen. Curve in, pop out, like that. And there we go, his little hair is all finished and outlined because I don't have his pants as reference, so I'm not tracing those. Kids can work as long as they're not being harmed, but if there is harmed, unless they put a court, they are harmed unless to say that they were hurt. I mean, I guess that's fair. To an extent. Because there's also a lot of like damages that you can accrue without knowing that you're being damaged. And then you turn 20 and they're like, congratulations, you have lung cancer from working in the mines. And you say, oh. I didn't draw his bandana on the right layer. Oh me. Did I not draw this hair on the right layer? I'm looking at it now. It looks wrong. Give me a second. Oh, no, I didn't draw that hair on the right layer. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down even further so I can see perfectly what I need to copy over, apparently. Okay, so there's this. I am so embarrassed by that. That is honestly so cringe of me. I've been drawing on the wrong layer for so long. Okay, that's on the right layer. This earring is on the wrong layer. Yeah, I'd believe that they don't rule in favor of kids. Makes sense to me, in the words of Patrick Starr. So, this is your wallet. That's not my wallet. I don't have a reference to know what this is, so we're just gonna go with it. Okay, we'll just erase that manually, I suppose. There we go. Niche. I think that looks pretty decent. Give me a second. Oh yeah, that's cute. That's cute, guys. That's cute. That's pretty good. I've never drawn him so successfully in the face before. Not gonna lie, I usually beef it really hard. I'm proud of this. Now for the rest of his body, where it's a little bit less area to be proud in. Not for him, like, he's ripped, but... I think there were teeth to his jackets. We'll just do my basic teeth. I know the way I draw teeth is on zippers is probably not lore accurate to him, but it's how you know that I don't know, trace someone who's actually talented. I don't know. It's how you know I'm real, guys. I'm a real person made out of flesh and meat just like everyone else. Piper has little poof. There we go. His little bandana bow. My iPad is getting hot. So many little details that I don't need to include, but Why wouldn't I, you know? In for a penny, in for a pound, is that how that saying goes? Something like that? I believe these were hollow at least. Once again, the imperfections just show how human I am. It's definitely not because I'm a hack. I mean, really, guys, could a hack draw something like... Oh gosh, it's upside down again. Could a hack draw something like this? OMG, 世界ですね. He looks so blocky without his arms. Oh, he's so silly looking. Actually, I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab something. I'm not on the right layer. B, R, B. I'm back, and I unmuted. How fancy of me, I know. Okay, get rid of that. BRB, because I am B. Let's see here. Zoom. And if you're wondering, how do I draw far away and like still see the canvas and everything? It is the application I'm using. This is like a windowed view of what I'm actually seeing. And I'm streaming in part because this will allow me to get a very nice clean time lapse that doesn't have my twists and rotations in it. Because trust me, I'm rotating like a crazy person over here. I'm gonna add another little special one right there. There we go. It's not canon, but I don't care. Oh, I forgot his little... Boop. Nope. There we go, his little harnessy thing. Okay, and then I think he has more of like a pyramid design on his sleeve, but I don't have a good reference shot of it. So we'll just go with inaccurate for now. Curve that shoulder a little bit more. There we go. Rib curve. He has arm tattoos. I don't have a reference of that. Here's something that nobody brought up except for me, but I want to talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it. So my brother, he went to Chicago this past weekend. I went to South Bend to visit my sister. Those are both not, like, super far out. They're both day trips. Chicago, way more. South Bend is on the way to Chicago where we live. But he and his family went to Chicago. And they had a very long weekend. And, you know, they have to get right back in the swing of things, whatever. Very stressful. So, you know, you would think it's going to be a while till they plan to go out to Chicago again. They were going out because a family friend was visiting. Laptop died. Relatable. I'm just sharing a story that nobody asked about because that's who I am as a person. Where did that dot come from? Okay, it came from somewhere a while ago, so we're gonna deal with it manually. We're gonna deal with it manually, in fact. But you'd think it would be a while until they went to Chicago again. Well, Instagram just happens to recommend me a lot of, like, Chicago, Detroit, such similar areas. You know, anywhere that's like a tourist trap that's, like, local. Not even necessarily tourist traps, just like places where it's like, you've probably heard of this. And I'm like, I actually haven't heard of this. But my brother's been obsessed with One Piece recently. He's getting his wife into it and everything. His son knows all the characters. His son is not even that old. What is that? I only know America and Turkey. Chicago is a major city in America. It is it the capital? I don't think it is the capital. Let me check. Give me a second. What is Illinois capital? It might be. Give me a second. It is a major city in the state of Illinois. Illinois. It's not Illinois. They'll scream at you if you call it that. Yeah, no. Springfield is the capital. It is just a major city in Illinois. But Chicago is like one of those like really international cities as well. Don't get me wrong, it is the City of Wind. There's some really pretty art in it. I'm a coward, so I don't like going there alone necessarily. I went with my sister once. It was really cool. That's where the bean lives. And if you don't know what the bean is, that's what the colloquials call, I think it's called Skygate, is the artist's actual term. And it's just this really big reflective bean. People also call it, I called it the bean. Yeah. The bean, because it's just this giant bean-like structure. Oh, I've seen that before. I thought it was all just called. So, tangent. Here's not what the world looks like. But here is, say for example that this is, you know, North America, and then this is South America. I know this isn't what they actually look like. South America is a little bit more like that. So all of this, what would we be considered? Western Hemisphere is America. And then this is North America, and this is South America. And then technically Mexico, and then also like the Caribbean, and I think there's another island set here, but I'm not positive which one that is. I guess there should be Florida there. This is actually Central America, these three. And that's the Americas broken down. And then in North America, South America is, you know, consistent of like Brazil, Puerto Rico, Bolivia. North America is consistent of Canada and the United States of America. And now the United States of America is made up of 50 different states that are united, thus being the United States. Yeah, that's what this is. That's Florida. And if I try hard enough, I could probably name all 50 states, because I learned it once when, like, 2nd grade in a very alphabetically based song. So then in the United States, once again, this isn't an accurate representation of what it looks like, but this is essentially what it looks like. Here's the Great Lakes, there. There are some Great Lakes here, and I guess there's a thing there. Illinois is basically right here, and then somewhere right here is Chicago. And Chicago's just a major city. There are other major cities like New York, which would be up here, Seattle down here, Orlando, which is about here. Different places, but this is one of the biggest cities in the Midwest, which actually, even though West is over here and you would think the Midwest is over here, it's actually right here. Apparently all of this is probably the West. This is the Midwest. And then this is the East. Make it make sense? You cannot. But it's like a 4-hour drive to get to Chicago, and my brother's already thinking about going because I told him there was a One Piece themed restaurant in Chicago because I saw it on Instagram Reels. And that is a very oversimplification of the United States and why any of that mattered. In the keynotes, it did not. Ah, Kinich, my beloved. How you looking, little boy? Raw's all fucking hell, yeah. I'm immature. Surely, must have noticed this by now. I really need to get a reference of what his pants look like. Do I dare open Genshin again? And knowing that this is gonna crash, I'm gonna have to restart it. I might, just for those pants. Should also probably look up what his sword looks like, because I know it ain't look like that yet. I think I want to make his arm look a little skinnier. Like that, I think. Not because I don't think he's strong, because I feel like it was just looking a little thick. In the bad way. That was unreasonably hard for me. Okay, I feel like if we want to make... I never said this. This is a new decision. If we want to make it feel like the wind's blowing from this direction, we should probably have his little bandana fly more out. Like this. Have it cinch in like that. Have it cinch in again. Something like that. Oh, yeah. I think that's where we want to go, baby. I think that looks way better. And then have the other one almost like frame it like this. I'm really proud of how this is coming out. I know that this is getting kind of narcissistic of being like, oh my god, this is so good. This is like so great. But like, I'm actually really proud of this. I think it is looking really good. Despite not knowing what I'm doing going into it. I'll probably wake up tomorrow, look at him and be like, but for right now, I think it looks really good, and I'm really proud of it. This is the most successful Kinich drawing I have had thus far. Probably because I pulled up his reference image and like actually referenced him. And like, that's not to say I haven't referenced him before, but like, being able to like zoom in on the 3D model surprisingly helps way more than looking at the still images of it. Also because it's like slightly higher quality. Just give me a second, I got a text. Oh, it's of one of my nephews being just a cutie patootie. Here's, oh my gosh, why is it so big? Here's a Sue fact for you. I have nieces and nephews. I have a lot of nieces and nephews. And I love every single one of them. No, the real Kit fact is I have a lot of nieces and nephews, but I only have 3 siblings. But whenever I start listing them out, people are like, you have way too many siblings. And I'm like, I really don't. I feel like for a long time, 4 was the average. Maybe 3. I'll grant it, maybe 3. But even within those 3, it would be pretty decently often. Because let me draw a really rough Punnett square. Give me a second. So you have the mom, you have the dad, and you get an X from mom each time. Mom will always give an X. That's not how you do a Punnett square. It's been years since I've done a Punnett square. Give me a minute. Okay. So you have the mom, which is X, X. And then you have the dad, who is X, Y. So the mom will give an X no matter the scenario. And the dad will give an X, you give a Y, and a Y. That is still not how it works, I'm pretty sure. Kinich, my beloved. Hi, I'm getting distracted because I'm talking about how I have 3 siblings and people say I have too many siblings. I got him a couple days ago too, when the new banner came out, and I wasn't like that excited about it, but I was on stream. Because, like, it was fine. I was just pulling the banner for characters for this particular reason. And Knight was like, you have to put him on your team. I was like, okay, fine, I'll switch out Amber for him, and he has been on my team ever since. He is great. Yeah, okay. If you have a 50% chance of having a brother or a sister, and it doesn't really matter what gender you are, yeah, sure, there's a chance you have a male sister and a female sister, but I feel like there's just as likely for you to have 2 sisters or 2 males, which is essentially the issue with my family. It's, what? Male, female, female, female. I'm one of those females, so you cross it out. So it's either my brother or my sister, and I'll indicate it with my older sister or the middle sister. And people are like, that's too many. You have to tell me their names. And I'm like, I'm not telling you my siblings' names because that's gonna make it worse. Because my parents gave us all a naming convention, so we still fit into the same thing. It's not any more clear. It's a little more clear. But if you're just like, I'm trying to remember you based off like, what, your sister's name's Caitlin and your other sister's name is Elizabeth? No, it's Caitlin and Catherine. And you're like, oh, those are not my siblings' names, just for reference. But it's things like that, where there's less mark than you thought you had to remember the difference. Yeah, I tried to draw Ajaw. It's not looking good. I might draw him in a secondary program and put him there, because I want him to be a part of it. He is a big part of Kenichi's character, you know? But I'm not good at drawing squares. I'm not good at pixel art. So he's looking a little rough. This is also the draft. I'll probably give him like a little spike on the inside of his head too to shape him, but I look at him and I don't feel good about myself. No, wait, this isn't, no, I was looking for free music. This isn't free, I don't think. No, I hit the back button. Why did it take me to not YouTube? This is the most scuffed stream I've had in a while. I wasn't gonna get niche, then I saw Ajaw, and I was like, I got it. You know, that's fair. They are a lot together. Let me just look royalty-free lo-fi hip-hop. Fun fact, I search royalty-free music every stream, and every so often, it's a lie, and it's not royalty-free. And I just think that's fun. Usually there's no, like, claims for it. It'll just be like, actually that music is copyrighted, but they'll let you use it. And I'm like, you said that, you said it was free use. Welcome back. You missed my tangent of I get annoyed when people say having 2 sisters is a lot. As in, it's a lot to remember, because I have 3 siblings, and one of them is a boy and the other 2 are girls. To be fair, it is made more confusing because my other sister became a mom within the past 2 years, Because before, I was just clarifying them as my brother, my sister, and then my sister with kids. But now both of my sisters are with kids, so... But that's no excuse. Just accept when I say my sister said this. You don't need to know which one. My weapon pity at 74, not 47. I don't have dyslexia, guys. I swear. And my character is guaranteed ready to have... Oh gosh, I'm not gonna try and pronounce that. Is that father? I'm gonna be honest. I just finished. I still have like 17 side quests. Leeway. So I literally don't know more than half the cast. I got Daedra right after I got Kinich. Who did I get right after I got Kinich? Her name's not Chevrolet, because that's a frickin' car. Gun Girl, what's her name? Genshin Gun Girl. Yeah, father. Okay, yeah. Cheveroo. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, because it is a French name. Or, you know, French-inspired name. But the girl with, like, a musket. Yeah. However you pronounce that name. I've been pronouncing it Cheveroo, but I've also been pronouncing Child Childe, because I'm a flippin' idiot and didn't realize, yes, they would name a character Child. Okay, to be fair, though, I've reflected a lot on this. I hate that his name's Child. I know that's not his, like, name. That's, like, his code name or whatever. I don't care about that. He does have childish features, so I get why they would call him Child. He's very youthful in that way. And regrettably, I think he would probably be the easiest character in Genshin for me to cosplay, aside from Miss Hina. I'm not proud of that fact, but I might cosplay as Child in the future, even though I hate his name. Cheveroo, she's cracked at C6. I have her at like C3, no. Pulled her once, I think C2? I think. I don't know. I just did like some random pulls and then upgraded her a bunch. But I think I'm only at C2. Flat out 60% damage boost to Electro and Pyro characters that's been healed by... If she's a healer, you say? I'm into that. That sounds like a joke, but I actually stan Noelle for that reason. I love that she heals my team. Love a girl who provides for the team in her base form. But I really hate arrow users. But also, Gorfu's the exception. I have time to figure out what my permanent team is. I don't think it'll change much from what it is currently. Although, admittedly, I might have to kick Kinich from my team. Look, I love him. He's a great character. His burst is so fun. I can't get him past level 40 though. He is perma-stuck at level 40 because I'm still in leeway. Meaning, at least this is to my knowledge, this is how the game works. You have Mondstadt, you have leeway, Inazuma. I'm stuck right here. I feel like there's something after Inazuma that's not Fontaine, but assuming that it is just Fontaine right there. And then Natlin, I'm stuck right here. Meaning I'm going to have to go through this arc and finish that Archon quest. I'm gonna have to go through this arc and finish that Archon quest before I can finally come here and get the Notlen upgrades that I need. So he might be stuck at level 40. Meanwhile, the rest of my team, which is Noelle, who is from Mondstadt, the Traveler, who, for all intents and purposes, is based on the Archon quests, and then Bizu, is that her name? Who is from Leeway. These two can very freely get their upgrade material, and they are already at level 60, and I'm probably going to level them up more before I go back to the hard world map that I was at. So all three of these are fine, but poor him is stuck at level 40. So he might have to go on the back burner for a little bit of time. Yeah, Sumeru. I couldn't remember what the other one was. But yeah, I can't meet his desires. He's gonna be stuck at level 40, which is fine for now where I'm at. I'm at, I downgraded to world level 2, but I'm at technically world level 3. But I'm sure as I go on to these different areas, I'm really gonna hate if he's stuck at level 40. Besides Inzuma, it's the only one locked, I think. You think the first 3 are locked, and then after that I can technically go to any of these? Oh, well, not Itzuma, but that. If that, then maybe he can stay on the team. But if not, he might have to take a little break. He might be put on the bench, so to speak, in sport terms, if I remember right. Because, what was it? Most of my characters were level maxed at 40. They were level maxed at 40. And I got to world level 3. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. How do I get my characters stronger, though? Because these characters are starting to get to, like, level 50 and whatnot. And it was like, oh, you gotta fight these little blocky guys. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's great. And it's only blocky guys plus level 3? Or, like, over level 30? That's great. And then I go and find a blocky guy. And blocky guy, when I went to fight him, was like level 53. And my team was made out of like level 50, 40, 40, 40. And I got my butt kicked so hard that I wasn't happy with myself. Let's just put it like that. You can travel to other main areas without Archon quests. Besides Inzuma, it's the only one locked, I think. I went and leveled him up before I finished Izuma. Okay, so I'm not sure with Izuma, but I do know with Leeway, because with how the maps work. Give me a second. Let me erase my jabberings to add more jabberings. I know at least with like Mondstadt, Izuma, once again, this is not what the worlds look like. And then there's a ring of protection around it. Because it was like, oh, do you want to go do this like story quest? And I was like, I would love to do a story quest. That sounds so poggers. Can you tell me the location? And I was like, yeah, the location's over here. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's great. I'm right here. I'm gonna go. And I traveled so far. I got, you know, past the map, but it's whatever. I keep going. And then Paimon, little Paimon, in all her glory, is like, actually, I don't think we should go this way. I don't think it's gonna be good for us. So turn back. And I was like, no fam, I'm gonna keep going. And then Paimon kept doing that, and so you're kind of stuck in Leeway. So I was wondering if it was going to be the same, in which case I was gonna be so sad because it's a lot. I just want to go. I want to go see the world, and they won't let me. It's like, here's all the really cool story quests that just came out. I'm like, wow, that's outside the Ring of Red. That seems like fun. Wow. But if all I have to do is finish Zhongli's biddings, boys, it's about to get real. Also, this is unrelated entirely. I searched Genshin Gun Girl to try and find the girl's name. There's a lot of really funny edits with different female characters with like pistols and stuff. On Bing, to be clear, but it's really funny. I especially like the little girl, what's her name, Klee? Just holding 2 pistols. Chevaru does appear there, but most of it's just meme images. There's a couple Barbaras, which is surprising to me. Paimon when you try to explore. I will check what you sent on Discord. Yeah, Paimon most of the time, absolutely helpless. Paimon when you try to step out slightly over the Ring of Red despite avoiding monsters for the past 20 minutes who are clearly already out of your level. I don't think we should do that. And by I don't think we should do that, I mean get the frick out of here. That's literally what she's like, yeah. Have you, Astria, I can't remember what the guy's username is right now, but he's been playing Genshin Impact without Paimon. Have you seen that? As in like, you know, the first event of like, oh, meet Paimon by the first statue. He just didn't do it. It is interesting how he's broken the game. He's been able to explore freely, so I don't know why I can't. It's because I have Paimon. It's because I have Paimon. I haven't drawn in like 10 minutes. I've just been talking about whatever nonsense. Okay, give me a second. I remember I first saw him on, there was a channel that like reviews other people's game characters. So he's seen like some really interesting ones where there's like lore accurate, this character or whatever, and they're like C6 with the proper weapon. And then there's ones where they like break the game essentially. So there was one Kaya who had some superpowered weapon that instantly activated melt, and he was like, why would you want that? Kaya's entire ability is to freeze, and it's because it would instantly activate the melt, so you could just spam melt on opponents and like, you know, damage them that way. But he reviewed this one, and he was like, what is this team? There were only 3 characters. There was the Traveler, and then 2 characters who you can obtain naturally. So there was, I'm blanking on her name, the cooking character, and I don't think it was Barbara, because he never activated the Archon quests, because he just never talked to Paimon. When it's like, go to the statue and talk to Paimon, he's never done it. Paimon is still there to this day, and he has just been exploiting glitch after glitch in Genshin Impact. he has never been able to perform a single pull in Genshin because he's never triggered the steps needed to activate pulls in the first place. But he has 3 characters and they're all like max level or like really close to it. And he, I think, has explored at least the first 2 regions, if not past that. But he's never been able to perform, I think, the Archon quests. I think it's on YouTube where you can find this. So he's just been like wandering through them and has very weird map exploration because of it. It's interesting. I saw that video originally, and then I saw one of his, and he was like, I've been playing Genshin Impact without ever doing any of these! And I'm like, what the heck? Why? But then it makes me want to do something stupid like that, you know? Because you're just like, I mean, it could be kind of fun. Yeah, I have to make an entirely new account, but like, just doing an entire run with the characters you get for free could be fun. Maybe. Speedrun Genshin Impact, but it's the most impractical thing in the world. Could be fun. I feel like that shouldn't be as thick as it is. It would be something more like this, I think. Bump, and then bump. And then something like that. Either way, it sucks, so I'm not gonna do it, but... How did I do this first one? Give me a second. I can figure this out. I can figure out how I did that first one. I want to devote my account to lore accurate. Honestly, lore accurate things are pretty silly. I love them. I'm gonna try to get her at least twice per rewind. I wish you luck. That sounds like it would be pretty hard. Or at least, maybe not hard, but like a lot of pulls. Awooga! Sorry. It's okay. It's okay, Knight. I know how you are. I was gonna send this to you if you didn't tune in tonight's stream. I know you're not sorry. That's how it is. Yeah, you like scythes. You've mentioned that to me before. I'm failing at doing the twist on this headband. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm trying. This one was like forward, back, forward. And I'm for some reason trying to do back, forward, back. I can just do forward, back, forward. Just the same as before. And that'll be way easier for me. I think it would be closer, actually. Like that. Have this one be more reduced in. I talk like I know what I'm doing, but fun fact, I actually never know what I'm doing. And that's my secret, guys. OMG, Blue Cat. OMG, Astra. I know, he's beautiful. He's a beautiful man, and I don't know how he looks good right now. Because it's not me. I'll tell you that for free. Oh, I know what looks stupid. I figured it out, guys. It should be facing down. Something like that. I want it to face up, which is why it had to be the back, forward, back. Because I want to do that. I guess I could do something just simple like that. Knight, this has been something I've been trying to work on in the background, as in this stupid fold, for like the past 20 minutes, but I keep getting distracted. If only he had melanin. Do you want me to draw him a little bit tanner? Do you want that knight? Kinich gang all here. I can't draw his pants because I don't have a reference for them. If I open the game, as I found out earlier, it will crash this software. So I can really only work on his upper half. But this is what he looks like without all his line art. And also technically his legs. What do you think about that? I'd like that? Okay, give me a second. Let me pull up what his generalized color palette looks like. My mouse has fallen asleep. I'll give you the most basic. Kinich. Okay. Why is Bing so different from Google? Oh, it is just actually showing me, you know, the ancient Aztec. I meant Genshin Kinich, obviously. And send in DMs. I can go quickly find a character model if you want. I'm fine. I can open up in the game and get a better reference of what his pants will look like. It's just that if I open it up right now, it's gonna cause the drawing program to freeze, and it's not gonna be fun for anyone, because this happened earlier and it took me 10 minutes. It took me over 10 minutes to realize it wasn't tracking. Imagine that in the last fight with the unknown god, Pieman in the Twin State. This truly was our Genshin impact. And it's the final attack. You're like, I can't beat this final boss. And she was like, check out this Genshin impact. And freaking kamikazes it. This is obviously just a very rough, quick filling of this, because I want to actually have a nice speed paint for later. He has teal hair. Dark teal hair. Yeah, that's about right. I just need a color reference of what his hair would look like in comparison to his skin. You know, those framing pieces. Okay, now let's go to his headband, which is going to also be a dark green, but more green obvious.
You should go now. Run. No, I won't leave you here. We can run together.
Okay, and then opposite side of this color wheel, a little bit lighter.
What's about you here? They will kill you. No, don't worry about me. I will help them. I want you to promise me to survive, to take this message for our country.
I will be honest, I don't know how to color dark skin. I will be trying though. I have experience coloring, so I feel like that should help me in this event, in this aspect of my life. Oh wait, that is the headband, so that would actually be teal. New art challenge, ungenshin's your impact, and then it's you oversimplify like all of their designs, but not in the way that's like cute or makes sense. You just like give them t-shirts and sweats. To unleashing the impact, giving them, it's a mixture of both. It's giving them clothing, it's giving characters clothing that A, makes sense, and B, is not overcomplicated. The men become shirtless. No, that's Genshining. Well, actually, give me a second. Let me think about it a little bit. The men wear interesting tops. Ito, he doesn't wear a top. Goru wears essentially collarbone necklace. But then there's like Ajaw, who you think for a second is shirtless, but he's not, isn't he? He wears like a thin white tank that just is very similar to his skin color when I think about it, doesn't he? And they actually, how dare you say that about my boy Ito? Just because he was given a twink model doesn't mean that he's not buff. I was watching a thing and it was like my biggest critique with Genshin characters, and it was like, I want a buff man. And no, I'm not talking about Ito, I'm talking about like, look at these, what are they called? The Fatui, like, elemental warriors or whatever. They're twice my size, they're 3 times as broad as me. Why can't I play that? Why can't I be her? Goru was a crop top that emphasizes on the crop. Okay, I'm gonna regret saying this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Guys, this is my anime confession. When I was watching Naruto back in high school, I had a verbal dyslexia moment, if you'd believe it. If you'd believe that I'd stumble over my words. And we didn't know what a character's name was. His name is Sai. Look him up if you don't know what he looks like. In a horrible verbal mistake, I meant to call him Crop Top, but instead, I called him Crot Tot. Guess what my family called him? For the rest of the time that they were watching Naruto, wasn't Sai, wasn't Crop Top, it was Crot Tot. So there's a little kit lore for you. There's a little kit lore. Sai from Naruto, more like Crot Tot. And it haunts me to this very day, and I think about it at least, like, I don't know, once every 3 months when I remember Naruto exists. Sai sounds familiar. Wasn't he the emo pale I mean, probably. Also, that's Sasuke. He was the one who drew art that then became life? I don't know. I really liked him, but we didn't know his name, so I called him Crop Top because that was his defining feature until I called him Crot Tot, and that was his defining feature. Look, it could have been, yeah. Except that I was talking to him with my family, so obviously I wasn't gonna call him anything horribly worse. I wouldn't have called him that sexy MF over there, but it scarred me. And now I'm scarred from that character, so no, I actually don't like him anymore. It ruined him for me. My trauma of calling him something stupid by mistake. My mom still calls him Crot Tot. We haven't watched Naruto in years. She still calls him Crot Tot. She's like, oh, Crot Tot from Naruto? And I'm like, please shut up. Please. Please just zip your lips, mama. And she doesn't even do it to be mean. She's just like, oh, well, that's what my kids called it. For whatever reason. And I'm like, no, they were calling it to bully me, Mom. Mom, don't. At least you didn't kiss your worst. Hey, you don't know what I have and have not done. You don't know what I did in ninja class when I was waiting for my sensei. Is that when he kissed him? I don't remember. What the frick do your eyes look like? They're yellow with green at the top. I should finish coloring this piece of hair. Obviously these colors aren't like super well picked or whatever, but this is just to quell the rage in the understandable rage even in Knight's heart. They're more of a golden, and I want to keep this like almost Mountain Dew green just for personal reasons. Don't let traumas ruin characters for you. Ruin them yourself. You're right. You're right. I should go online and search child fanfics to ruin that character further for me, to further discourage me from cosplaying him, just because I feel like thus far he is the most similar looking to me in appearance. I need to ruin him early. I can't wait for someone to come and ruin him for me, because no one's going to. Everyone loves him for some reason. What the did I forget? No. Okay, I see what I have done wrong. I didn't trace his pupil in this one because I didn't realize that it would actually be in frame. I figured it out. Don't worry, guys, I'm smart. To be fair, I did ruin it for myself by calling him that, though. That's what ruined the character for me. It just happened to also become my legacy in my family, that is what I called him. In a moment of no thoughts. This is 100% definitely someone's ending theme on YouTube. I don't know who, but I know I've heard it before. My gut makes me want to say a Tozy, but I don't know for sure. I'd say you were more of a catalyst. Either way, he's ruined. I can't look at him anymore. Get away from me, you dumb horse. Or whatever the SpongeBob quote is. I used to know SpongeBob, I swear. I used to be cool. I used to know memes. And then I think these are red highlights from when I zoomed in on his face. I've heard this before. Heard what before? Okay, and then that's light teal and these are more yellowy. Okay, and there is your dark-skinned Kinich knight. It's not perfect because obviously it's not finished. It's a very rough draft. But what do you think of him? Him with not so Kit Rant toned skin color, as in Knight, I'm sure you've seen my videos before. You know how pale I am. You know I'm a ghost incarnate. What song is this? I think that actually looks like a pretty decent, believable skin tone. I was worried it wasn't. But that's why I drew the hair first. That's my pro tip. If you're ever worried about like matching a color or whatever without color dropping, or you know, having colors mix, yeah, you can do what Lavender Town says to do, is after you draw it, whatever, get a new layer, put it under, have it clip onto that, you know, have like, you know, whatever unifying tone. Okay, actually that orange looks kind of fire with that, not gonna lie. Yeah, you could do that, but if you're ever worried about like, you want your colors to go together, yeah, you can do the Lavender Town hack of doing whatever colorings over whatever and then turning it down by like 3% to have them blend a little bit more. But also, if you just have a decent eye for color, you don't necessarily need to do that. Whatever you have to do is just draw whatever the most color is. So in the case of the head, that would be the hair. And he luckily has pretty solid hair. Yeah, he has little details and shading through it. But if you're just going for base colors, just go for whatever there's going to be the most of, and then that is establishing your base color. So then you can just be like, oh, well, it's this warm tone of, why is it not, oh, I realized I was on the wrong layer. Oh, my Apple Pencil's dead. Is that it? Nope, my iPad's frozen. That's great. It's at 10%, so I'll probably end stream. But if you just find whatever your base color is, and then like, I don't know, maybe an accent color, anything that's gonna frame it, you can pick the colors way easier and they'll look really good. Anyways, like I said, my iPad is being weird, so I'm actually not gonna be finishing drawing. You guys want me to continue streaming? Because it can't be art anymore, I'll have to change the autocorrector. Like, I can zoom in and I can zoom out. I can't click on anything. So I think it's done on that front. So we'll just, boop. That's fun. I think we can switch to something else. I draw on Photoshop, mobile Photoshop. I might change that in the future, but for the current time, I use mobile Photoshop because I do have an Adobe subscription from when I was in college. I should look into things like Procreate, because currently I'm just leeching off my mom's money and I feel bad about it. But I think Procreate, that, and, oh, there's another one, but I'm blanking on it right now. Clip Studio. Clip Studio is another one that I should look into, but I have yet to look into because I just keep using Photoshop because I'm addicted to it. Yeah, to be fair, I think if I remember right, you can make an Adobe account for free to use their mobile things. However, their mobile things are very greatly limited than their software, their proper software that you pay a lot of money for. So because I do it on Photoshop, it'll automatically save to the cloud, so then I can open it on my computer and I can do all of the fancy effects. So I can animate in Photoshop, which you can't do on Photoshop iPad, and different things for that. IPIS Paint. I know what you mean, but that's... that just sounded like you're like, oh, also I have this medical concern. I keep urinating paint? Do you know what's up with that? I assume you mean IBS paint. Irritable bowel syndrome paint, if I may even. Anyways, you know, this stream's a mess. So why not make it more of a mess with today's sponsor, who's not paying me a dime. Give me a second, it's loading up. Today's sponsor, who's not paying me a dime. Okay, Genshin Impact. Okay, if I delete that gets rid of chat, which I don't want. I have to actually see if I can fix... I don't piss, I pee. Painting your toenails. I have to see if I can fix... That is not what I wanted. What my thing is. You know, it's entertainment. Is watching me do my dailies in Genshin Impact not entertainment? I need to turn off my frickin' non-copyrighted music. That is a lot. Genshin Impact, baby, because, I mean, why not? It turned off. I couldn't stream the art anymore, but today's Genshin. I feel like there has to be a way for me. Do I have to go to YouTube to do it? I probably have to go to YouTube to do it. Give me a second. Let me go to youtube.com. If it'll load. And then... Okay, I'm already live. I know how to do this. YouTube Studio. Content. Will it say that I'm going live right now? Can I edit this? Edit. Playing Genshin. I'm just gonna title the stream Genshin. Genshin art and gameplay. Enter, iPad died. Game time. And then, still not made for kids. Public, I'd say it's still entertainment because I don't know how to turn that on here. Save. Perfect. We did it, team. Team, squad team. Are we proud of ourselves? No. I have not played Zenless. I also haven't played Honkai Star Rail. The only one I've played is Genshin Impact. I'm a Genshin girly for life. What can I say? Skeepadoop. That's what I can say. I can say skeepadoop. I try not to play too many games at once because I get overwhelmed and then I don't play any games. So, I do know some of the Zenless characters, aka I know the wolf. Because how do you not know the wolf? I think I mentioned him in... Yeah, I'm running a video and I'm talking about furries. And I was talking about the benefits of fursuits is the fact that you can, like, change who you are more. Because if I want to be a human character from Genshin, like, I will never be him. There's a lot of different modifications I can do to my body to make me more similar to him. But I will never be a however tall, ripped man that he is. I can only fake it. However, if I'm wearing a fursuit, I can make myself look buff, I can make myself look fat, I can make myself look skinny, just by how the model, the suit is built, you know? Me playing Genshin Honkai and Zenless, anticipate. Yeah, it is, isn't it? But you're not Boo Boo Pharmacy's person. Where's the little girl? Where is the zombie? I don't approve of this.
Ginseng, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
We didn't even have a prescription, though.
Really eating them.
She's hungry, Paimon. I was in the middle of a quest. To everyone's astonishment, Shishay polishes off the whole thing.
My hunger has now abated. Thank you.
How'd they taste?
Rather awful.
She goes to restaurants, buys their best dishes, eats like 3 bites. I'm sure they taste delicious. Rejects them. Goes to the pharmacy, buys medicinal herbs. Says, wow, those taste like absolute dog. I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
Not completely devoid of sweet fragrance. After consuming a large quantity of them, bitterness is all that remains.
Why didn't you eat the human food? I thought that you didn't have a human stomach, Adepti.
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food?
Shenhei.
If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all in one go.
She's been off banner. Oh, dang. That's a long time.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future.
I don't know what that has to do with, like, eating food, but, like, good for you, I
The
guess?
food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development.
You know, I don't get you, Adepti type. There's, like, a million of you in Leeway, and I don't get it.
Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Okay, Zhongli.
Turn to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon knew she was an adeptus.
I had my hunch, based on the name of the quest that she is.
From here.
Oh, right. Paimon almost forgot. We came out to take part in the Rebuild the Jade Chamber
Competition.
And
Now we're probably super behind because we've been held up here so long.
I see. I heard something about the contest when I was passing by.
Was it the people that were trying to heckle you for money?
Yep.
I heard someone from them.
Ningguang, any question?
Question you want if you win.
I love Paimon. I know people are like, she's annoying. And don't get me wrong, she is. But also that's kind of what makes her fun.
Were you interested?
Is there the contest too, Shannon?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
It's because we saved you from the hecklers without you having to beat them and get in trouble with the law, isn't it?
Wow. You really don't have to.
I just want a teapot, guys.
But having an adeptus help out will make things a
A lot easier, so...
We welcome you to our team.
Then let's not delay.
I have a plan.
Great.
Come on, but this is gonna be the awesomest plan ever!
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be classified as awesome. I do, however, believe it will be highly effective.
I haven't watched any of them into completion because I keep getting distracted, but I have watched a couple Genshin like rant videos on YouTube. No, they're not rant because I would watch those all the way through. Game respects game. Kit rant respects rants. They're people who are talking about like the problems with them, which are kind of ranty, but they don't say it's a rant, so I'm not going to count it. But one of them pointed out it's harder to get 4-star characters than 5-star characters. Because when a banner comes, they're going to highlight a 5-star character. But then they're going to have like 4-star characters. So you could do that banner a lot of times, and you can get the other 2 4-stars and the 5-star. But there's no guarantee you're going to get the 3rd 4-star. Which does not bode well for me in my hunt for Goru.
We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us. Then, we alone shall become the victors.
I like the way you think.
Veto! That is not acceptable. Not by a long shot.
I liked that plan, though.
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence about conflict and one-upmanship.
I'll one-up them.
Look, we want to win this competition fair and square, okay?
Paimon, I never agreed to that.
Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Course, and Adepti Sigil.
Okay, well, we have a lot of those.
Start at the top of the list and work down. So, for Plustrite,
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's you.
Guys, get ready. This is very important.
Bashu, what are you doing out
Tummy. This is just a reoccurring theme. Every time I see a male with a crop top, I have to point it out. No, what are we gonna do when we get to Azuma? There's so many crop tops over there.
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I came out to fetch the ingredients personally.
That's so kind of you.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much wound dressing all of a sudden?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask, though. Far be it from me to
Tummy.
pry into my customers' personal affairs.
Dude, you don't even know. If you just did like slightly more, you could get so much gossip. So much.
And she also borrowed Chi-Chi.
Oh, that's why.
Very short-handed right now. I don't suppose any of you are looking for part-time work by any chance?
Oh, you know I'm looking for part-time work. You know that's what I'm all about.
No, we've got...
Shut up, Paimon.
While you're here, though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Sounds like a rock.
Variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the Seven Mountain Treatises. When activated, Sunset Vermilionite rises up all the way into the clouds. It's very rare indeed. As far as the
I didn't realize this cutscene would go for so long. I'm sorry.
Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But the Feiyun Commerce Guild would know far more about this than I do.
Your hair looks like a ball of yarn.
Okay, then. Let's go ask at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Yes, I know where that is. Bijou.
You're quite
Dummy.
welcome. Good luck to you all. And if there's anything further you need from me, just come to the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Join my emo band. Is that what the meme is? I think it is. Join my emo band. I won't use you, but join my emo band. This is the only male in my emo band. The rest are beautiful women. Join my emo band. Okay, I should actually do my dailies, like I said I was going to do. Oh. I'm gonna still teleport. Achoo. Genshin has so many characters. And yet I don't care for any of them. Unless they have dog ears. Or other dog traits. Okay, I guess I care about other characters. None of my current characters have animal traits. But I don't care about them as much. That's not true. When I get Goru, because it's going to be a matter of when, not if, it is going to be hard for me to figure out who I want to kick off my team. It'll probably be the Traveler. Just because that's so funny. Hi, little Lulu. When will it be ready? No playtime today? Oh, hello. No, playtime doesn't seem to come at all these days. You guys were just hanging out like 2 days ago. Little Meng's in a bad mood and prefers to skulk by himself, and little Faye keeps disappearing all the time. It's that boat. I asked little Meng what's wrong, but he won't tell me. They're both acting— oh, sorry, I'm not doing a childish voice.
They're both acting so strange these days. I honestly don't know what's gotten into them.
Welcome to the grown-up world, kiddo. Are you unhappy too?
Me? No, I'm okay. But I do need your help with something. Can you fetch something from Inger's place for me? We already talked about it, so she should have it ready by now.
Inger's place, I don't know who that is.
I don't know what you're thinking about, but it's not that. I just thought you were gonna make something for me, and she said she would. And now I'm asking you very nicely to help collect it for me.
Okay, I'll do it. I love how I have to switch into character to talk to this, to talk to my commissions. And then I can immediately switch out of character. Heaven forbid this character, any of the characters other than the Wander would talk to someone who needs help. They wouldn't do that. That's out of character. That's weird. There's probably a shortcut I could have taken, huh? Is this the woman who made me feel uncomfortable by myself? It is. I want to be shy. I do. Oh, hello again. Missing me already, huh? What are you here for this time? To pick something up for little Lulu. Little Lulu? Oh, yes, that's right. She asked me to make some perfume for her. But I'm afraid this isn't the best time.
For some reason, since you were last here, my sweet-smelling side services have been in exceptionally high demand. I have an enormous number of orders. It's far too many for me to handle alone, especially since I also have the shop to attend to. On top of that, Lulu's just a child. It would be a little inappropriate to give her the same type of perfume worn by adult women. So, I was racking my brain trying to think of a way to make my perfume more child-friendly. I have now decided on a suitable formula, but I haven't gotten around to making it yet. If it absolutely can't wait, expediting it would not be impossible, but I can help out. I'm not giving you 3,000 more, you creep. Not a bad idea. You do have some experience in these matters, after all. Well, you certainly impressed me the last time you were here. As it happens, I have some of the necessary ingredients on hand. I'll go set up in Chef Mao's kitchen. Go pick 3 leaves of meat, then extract the essential oil at a crafting bench. I'm sure you're still intimately acquainted with the technique. Bring the mint essential oil to me. I'll handle the rest. Blech. Blech. Okay, let's go make some essential oils. I know a thing or two about essential oils. My sister uses them. Earth and water, wind and fire, craft for me what I desire. This is instructions. Learn. Oh, I'm looking for this. Craft. Confirm. Oh. That reminds me, I need to go fight some more rocks later. Burp, burp. Oh wait, I forgot. I'm not running back there. I'm running over here. Hello, ma'am. Oh, there's something in here. Give me a second. Yinger starts making the perfume. Okay, yeah, those are hollow. Sorry, I had to check what my artwork looked like. Oh, do I have to talk to you again? Hi. Here you are. One bespoke mint perfume made specifically for Lulu by yours truly. You can take it to her now. What did Lulu want this for? She didn't tell me, and I didn't ask her. No girl's without her secrets. Keeping some things hidden, displaying a penchant for tact. It's all part of a girl's charm. I'm a girl too. I know this was probably written male traveler in mind, but like, woman, I don't appreciate you. I'm just gonna say it. Alright, off you go now. Get this back to Lulu. Dang, you short. I get why people call you an animo user now, Kinich. I'm warning in the wrong direction. Would you believe that I've been playing Genshin essentially daily for the past few months, not months, for the past few weeks, just by looking at this display of skill? Because I wouldn't. Hello, little girl. Hi! Did you get my perfume?
I did.
Thank you! Yinger makes the best perfumes ever. I wonder what little Meg and little Faith will do when they smell it. I think that however they react, it'll be a lot of fun to watch. They're going to love it. Hope so. That would be the best. Thanks for helping me. I'll go home soon. Have my go with my new perfume. If it's good, then I can keep using it again and again.
Sweet. Okay, that's on top of the mountain. Let's just go to the statue. Okay, boop. Boop, boop. Oh, simple. Just the towers. I've learned the trick to these. The trick is that I always thought reinforcement came anyway, so you might as well do it. You can actually get away without at least one set of reinforcements. Or maybe I've just been getting lucky. I mean, it doesn't matter either way. My team is, how do you say, disgustingly swollen in the worst of ways. But I will typically ground strike one of them.
Leave it up to me.
And there, mission is technically complete. I could leave right now if I wanted to. I always like to fight them though. And just, you know, flex my disgusting amount of power. Dang it. I always need Kinich to get the last guy. Any goods dropped? I feel like I'm way too high rank. 9/11. What about 9/11? I checked, it's not that day. Unless you're trying to say something about my team being disgustingly swollen for the amount of where I am in the story versus my level. In which case, yes. I'll admit it's not as good as it could be.
Really necessary?
I don't know what this is. Sabotage the slime balloon. What the frick? Is it just...
I must leave no stone unturned. As a dutiful maid would.
I don't know what this is. I've never seen this one before. So we're just gonna do our best. And not get hooked up on other things. Who is the character with a BB you got? I don't know what you mean by that. Give me a second. I'm focused on this. I'm sorry.
10 points for agility.
Shadow cast. Mind to command. Target acquired.
No, I don't want to focus on this character. No. No, I'm stuck. I'm stuck on this character. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I don't know how to do this one. No, I'm stuck at this. The third character. That is the Electro Pirate Bizu? Bizu? I don't know. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this if I just hurry up and fast forward. I can do this myself. I swear I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. No. I did it. I did it somehow. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce her name, to be honest. Here she is, my favorite electro girl. Give me a second. I make her superconduct, and then I suffer for it. I am apparently in a puddle of water, and I did not know I was. Yeah. How was they? What? Oh. Yeah. I think I got her and Noelle in like the same thing. They were like literally some of the first characters I ever pulled. And then they've just been on my team ever since. And I remember when I got them, I was like, oh my gosh, but they're both like Claymore users. You can't have that. Honestly, I thought I was gonna fail that. That was hard, and it wasn't even because of like the monsters that I'm sure they put up for it to be hard. It was just hard because I'm unskilled. Oh, I thought you were gonna be the one that's on the mountain.
Leave it up to me.
Give me a second. I've never had that one before, so that was like a punch out of left field or whatever. And I did not vibe with it. I don't like that one very much.
A little dusty. Best give it a spring.
Give me a second. I gotta teach this guy a lesson about pain. These guys think they're protecting something worth fighting for. Little did they know that they're actually just simps. Oh, you electrocuted, you poor little baby. You know who cares about that? Literally no one. I think I hated that. I think I hated that slime balloon. More than I hate climbing somewhere really obscure just to find out it was a time challenge. Which, don't get me wrong, I hate that a lot.
First round's on me.
Ooh, I like when you get a sword and it just drops an entire flippin' weapon. I think it's silly. Oh, what was it? Give me a second. The other day, I was climbing a mountain for no good reason, and I found something. Yeah, I found a free Skyrider great sword just stuck in a mountain somewhere. I feel like that's Ito's. Anyway, so I'm gonna power up Kinich's with it. Oh, I was trying to figure out who had made sword really swollen. I think it was hers, based on the fact that it has a 5 on it. Apparently I can do this white iron some pretty good justice. Also with this ferocious shadow. Oh, the ferocious shadow can be super swollen. I apparently got those a lot of the time. So give me a second. We're gonna... I know apparently he would be better with Earthshaker. But that's Noelle's. Because it, I don't know. That just is what she got. That's just how I chose her. Okay. Now he has a slightly better sword. On hit, normal or charge attacks increase by 7% for 6 seconds. Max 4 stacks can be served once every 0.5 seconds. Nice. Don't let anyone ever tell you what the meta of the game is. You make the decision of what the meta of the game is. That's my pro tip for you for having a good time. I don't need to know what's good in the Abyss, because I don't believe in the Abyss. I just believe in getting lost and killing absolute dweebs.
I must leave no stone unturned, as a good knight should.
Give me a second, these dweebs are over here. Look at these idiots walking into death. Oh gosh, I hate shields.
Prepare to be blown away. I must leave no stone power that isn't touched on.
Now I'm electrocharge, just get these little dweebs real quick. That one was actually pretty easy. There's no super big ones. Normally I get like 2 really big ones stacked. Kinich should definitely have Earthshaker. I think defense is better for Noel too. We here for fun. True. I haven't looked at weapons in a bit. Because I remember I just gave Kinich whatever he had. Whatever like the next best sword of my thing was. I do need to actually think about him since I can't ascend him for reasons. So I do need to actually think about building him good. But I think I saw that the most popular for him, aside from his actual weapon, would be the one that I gave Noelle, but Noelle's also had this one for a pretty good long time. Because it used to be when I had Amber, which is what made the Pyro relation important. Because I like to increase her Geo for her shield, but then also for her healing. Increases damage against opponents affected by Pyro. Hers makes sense. Hers is on brand. I think what this is actually telling us is that maybe it's time that we switch who our party member is to someone a little bit more Pyro. Only Claymore users. Only Claymore users. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say here. Okay, let's get a pat on the head for doing such a good job doing our daily commissions. Also, Knight, do you want to see something kind of funny? It's amazing, but kind of funny.
Thank you for completing today.
I'm sorry, I normally let you finish. I was so rude to me, baby. Abasosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. I need to get my boys and release them back again into the wild. Eventually, one of these days, I'm going to do something with all these materials I'm having them gather. But for now... One of these has meat in them, don't they? Carrots... Mondstadt... Yeah, meat. I have no character bonus for this, so let's just say, you know, why don't you go on an adventure? Okay. So, I wasn't able to play Genshin this past weekend because I was visiting family, you know, away from my PC, the only thing that can handle Genshin. Clow told me about the, Hoyaverse Online, whatever. There's a claim, I know. But where's the fun on that? Told me about, like, this Hoyaverse thing, whatever. So I sign up for it. And, you know, you get your Hoya Lab check-ins. These are 2 days worth. Let me just grab those real quick. Didn't contact it for, like, 4 days or whatever. So I went from having, I don't know, 18 Prima Gems to just give me a second. To that many. Because I just started doing Hoya Lab events. And didn't play for a couple days. I just think that's funny. It's nothing horrible, but I went from having 0 pulls to like 14 pulls. If I remember right, something like that. Yeah, 14, because the last few I just got from commissions today.
Cold beer after a hard day's work.
I've still never, Great Googly Moogly, I know. I think most of them are from whatever the storybook event is that they've been talking about mostly in, like, the updates and whatnot. I've only done 2 of them because I know that since I haven't done the other regions, they're going to be really boring because it's like, you've completed this percentage of Mondstadt. It's going to be like, you've completed 0% of Zuma and Sumaru in turn. And like maybe have one thing that applies to me. So I haven't been touching that. But I think a lot of them have come from that. So this is your sign to going to Hoyo Labs if you haven't gone on it recently and doing all their like stupid little mini game things. I thought you'd get a kick out of it. What are my like 10 things I have to do? Okay, I can't do that one, can't do that one, can't do that one. I love how it gave me 10 quests that I can't do. I can do Justice for book's sake. Maybe do that one, probably not. Ooh, Dane's Self. Here's a fun story. I know it's not pronounced Dane's Self. Whenever I'd see this, my brain would quickly read over it and go to Dane's Self, and my first thought would be like, oh, this is a neo-pronoun. And I'm like, what the frick is a Dane? You already think you did the Hoyo Lab stuff? Then I don't know what to tell you, man. Thanks for the reminder. Oh, I wanted to do this! Minecraft. Mining is the easiest task. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't go to that one. That one's not in my area. I've checked. This is what I wanted to do. Oh, apparently there's a lot of things for me to do around these parts. Hi, Quolst.
Hello, Mr. Crossell. How's
Oh,
business been?
Crossell. I think you would like the teapot a lot. I know a little bit about the teapot, about how to get a million dancing capybaras in there. And that seems like my thing.
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
It's not that you have a big forehead, but something about your eyes makes your face look wrong.
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Oh right, we need jade for the teapot.
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, in the end I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize, I've already rented them out.
You rented out hairpins? Man, what a business.
You may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhiqiao before renting them to her.
Contract? What are we, in the land of contracts? That reminds me. Night, I need to remember to record the rest of chapter 1. I have not done that because I've been out of the house.
The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value.
Your eyebrows don't match your hair color. And you don't have a nose, and I think maybe that's why you look the way you look.
In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss Zhiqiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
Guaranteed genuine?
The yaoi. I have it open on my phone. I just haven't done chapter 1 yet because I got distracted. Because I needed to watch my nephew today because they were having a dinner party tonight, meaning they didn't even give me dinner. How rude. But it's okay because I wanted to make cupcakes. I didn't do that. I ended up drawing Kinich, but I could have.
This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Zhiqiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
I will say, my biggest worry about the yaoi is the fact that I worry that names like this are going to come up. I know not her. She's not like quest specific. But things like that are gonna come up, and you're gonna realize how much I've been blanking while playing Genshin. It's gonna be like, oh, Ajaw, and I'm gonna be like, Shioe?
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Or Child will come up, and I'll be like, Childe. And you're gonna be like, who the frick are these characters? And I'm be like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is just who I am. Okay, I have to go collect these quests real quick. Oh, there's one right here. Ivanovich. That is the most Russian sounding name I have ever seen. Not that this is a name a Russian would have, but this is the most Russian sounding name. It makes it better though. No, it doesn't. It's cringe. I believe these... what's a fake Russian accent? I believe these documents should be in order. What's the matter? Oh, so it's you. Well, you've seen what happened in Leeway Harbor earlier, yes? It gave us all quite the fright. I thought the city might be a mess for a while longer, but order was restored very quickly. The Leeway kissing are quite something indeed. Kissing? Yeah. But whether it was to stabilize the situation or otherwise, cringe is good now. As the Ministry of Civil Affairs has released a whole slew of new bulletins and regulations. That was French, that regulations. I wish to continue doing business here, so I've been out and about these few days trudging my way through a deluge of paperwork, administrative procedures, and submitting the application and the regulations required. But Clerk Zhao said that I need to apply for a new business permit and told me to stay tuned for any more announcements. I've been running around for several days now. There are few procedures I've yet to finish, but I don't have energy left to spare to check the bulletins. Traveler, could you please check the bulletin boards and see if there's any news on new business permits? I got it. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm just all too good at right now. I know not far to walk, but as doing work make me feel doubly exhausted. If you see those related to new business permits, copy them down and pass them to me. I am counting on you. That accent was all over the place. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't nothing but a simple and sweet son Bella. I ain't know nothing. And I know what you're thinking. Kit, you said you from Seattle. You ain't Southern. And to that I say, shut your pie hole. We ain't need no nothing about that. Aw, dang, is this upstairs? I ain't know where the upstairs are. Over there. Seriously, no stairs here? I could climb. I'm not gonna climb. Stairs. Joop. Can I just say, I don't like the city designs in this game because I'm bad at navigating them. No, there's no quest here. Blah blah blah. Fatui Bank. Is Child here? Can I insult him to his face? No. No one important. I wanted to tell him get bent, but I guess I can't. Guess I'll have to like go to a quest or something if I want to tell him to get bent. Like a spoon. No, I don't wanna do the staircase. They're bad. They're bad for me. Oh, there's a quest here. Hi. Jolly, the Millith. It's just like they say, no matter how hard you work, there's always more to do. Something the matter. Now that the crisis has passed, things in the city have been gradually returning to normal. I thought that we might be able to take it a little easier once it was over. Little did I know that on top of our usual guard duty and other day-to-day work, they'd have us helping out in other departments from time to time, too. All these little things add up to mean that we're actually busier than ever. I was called to help collect and organize some incoming paperwork, and then I had to patrol the city and settle an escort request for a merchant caravan. And on top of all of that, just a few days ago, we received a report that there have been intermittent earthquakes near Nantimutan. We have sent someone to investigate, but they have found everything to be completely normal. That doesn't mean we can afford to lower our guard, though. This is an earthquake we're talking about, so we're still sending people to check on the area every so often. Unfortunately, however, we are very short-handed at the moment. Traveler, if you have the time, would you mind heading over to Natamitan and taking a look for me? Sure. Thank you very much. I must be off. Duty calls! How's that, guys? Do I pass the VA test? Am I convincing enough? Sometimes I think I should go into voice acting, and then I remember that I actually don't sound that good. But I do. I'm able to force stress in my voice very easy. Some might say that's not a good thing that you should be proud of. And I might say in return, Shush, motaki. It no talk. It too hard. No talk. Ha! I figured it out, guys. I figured out how to get there all by myself.
Whatever shall I do?
She lost it. That's a lie you tell to yourself. About what? Being able to force stress in my voice? I can't put stress in my voice? No!
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
We want to steal from you.
How do you do, Mr. Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him.
Who rents hairpins?
My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins? I can't lend them to you right now. I've lost them.
Elle, you're gonna have to pay so much money, woman.
I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet.
You're gonna have to speak up, Knight. I'm dense as a brick. That you can't voice act as some. Well, okay. Here's the thing. It's not that I can't voice act. It's that I don't understand how one does get into voice acting. They're just like, you need to make a reel. And I'm like, a reel of what? And they're like, your voice. And I'm like, what? Doing what?
I spend so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
Why'd you need them in the first place?
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off.
I just opened the chasm again, girl. It's easy.
We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them.
So why did you spend money on these jewels?
The big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. And that's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me. But now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Wild goose chase.
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
This is the part where we say, we can help.
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
I do 4 quests a day. We have not processed that at all.
Hold on. don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Mr. Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
Let me see.
Yeah, I'm hoping as cringe as this sounds, I'm hoping that Old Man Yaoi will help give me a good reel of voice acting, because I can talk low and slow. For my voice acting role, for the parts where MC ponders if this beautifully strong, intimidating dragon truly chooses her, him, over all else.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Juchao somehow.
I don't care. Krolst is from the same place Child's from, and I'm mad at Child right now. Not as mad as I am at Signora, but at least she didn't pretend to be nice and then be like, I don't understand why you're mad, okay?
True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
We find the hairpins.
Reading the contract, the terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account.
Let me guess, this isn't going to be actually Smaragdus? Whatever jade. Oh god, what?
And given the rarity of Smaragdus jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Even higher? Oh no.
Uh-oh. Juchao looks like she's about to faint.
Don't worry, we can help.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part?
Yes.
Anyway, the hairpins are large.
I forgot.
Hopefully will we be able to find out if the jadeite is genuine or not.
Mood. I forget everything.
Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Was it that I talked low and slow for comedic effect? And by comedic effect, I mean to accentuate how odd the fanfic is. To talk about how when I look at his glittering scales and that sharp, determined look in his eyes, I can tell he has more planned for me than I could ever imagine. Had my mother been alive, surely she would send me from... I'm not gonna continue that sentence.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check.
I still don't remember. Nice. That's always great when you have a moment of revelation and you can't remember.
Seems right.
Please, don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item and I should pay compensation per the contract.
It's a huge sum of money, though. Also, what else am I gonna do? I need this teapot.
However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts.
Just give me, like, a wish or something, and I'll do it for free.
I shouldn't keep Crossell in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue, and then negotiate the amount of compensation.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action.
What kind of lawyer wears this?
I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch. Finest quality jade.
Smaragdus whatever isn't smooth?
No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossell's.
But she's in such an inconvenient place to get to. He's very convenient to get to. I've got to do this. But her, on the other hand, she sucks. Assert dominance by doing your ground strike for travel purposes.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
About that.
Relates the loss of the hairpins to Coles.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
Something about your face looks wrong, and I don't know what it is.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last mora.
Wait.
More? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
Yeah, I'm guessing that he had fake stuff.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course. Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossell.
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Is this just me being biased against Shneznayan people? Yes. I'm not gonna lie, I have no reason to like them yet. I haven't gone to their country or anything close to it. So yes, I will be biased against them.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
You're a beautiful woman. I'm sure you can find a nice, rich husband. Don't look for Zhongli. He's poor. He looks rich, but he's poor. Look to Child. I know, he's not great, but he's got money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you.
Cheek.
It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
What? Find a convenient place to sit. The restaurants. Give me a second. There's someone who needs a quest over here. I'm nothing if not the quest collector. Do I ever complete them? No. But I love having them. I love having quests. Nope, other direction, apparently. Allegedly. Other direction. Not you. Anyone over here? Anyone's got a quest for me? Oh, you. A lot of people have become interested in Li Wei's history recently, and many of them have been coming to my store to buy books. In the past, it would take half a year to sell the few copies of Ayaksha's, the Guardian Adepti, that we had, so I stopped importing such obscure history books. But after the recent events that happened here, people from all over the city would come here to purchase history texts. These past few days have been full of customers who specifically wanted books containing Rex Lapis stories. Who knows if they really love reading or if they're just looking to inject a bit of spice in their daily chatter. Due to the surge in demand, I've almost had no time to attend to some special orders that we've gotten from older customers. I finally found the time to put together books that two such customers wanted, but I'm too busy to leave the store at the moment. Could you help me send this copy of Versus of Equilibrium to Uncle Tian and a copy of Rex Incognito 4 to Gentry Deon? I do it! Thank you very much. They must surely be growing impatient by now. After all, they placed their orders a long time ago, but have only just gotten around to putting these orders together. With so many customers all of a sudden, I barely know how to keep up. Sweet, new book added to the archive. One of these days I'm just gonna go and read through all the books, because that is just something I'm gonna do. I just am gonna admit to that right now. That seems like something stupid that I'm gonna do. Just have a day where I just read all the stories and kill my voice doing it. And then I'll clip them for YouTube of all of the Genshin stories read aloud. Storybook style. Because I don't read like a coward. I read like a man, okay? Is there a place for this, or is this just wherever I feel like? Oh, it's just wherever I feel like, apparently. I know a place where we can sit down real good like. It's called a restaurant. Apparently there was a place. Never mind. Oh. I need to do a different one, apparently, first. I'm really bad at this, if you didn't know. Okay, there's Justice for Book's Sake, which I don't think is the quest I have to do. Both of those aren't related. Pressing deadlines. Click shows. Okay, navigate. I don't know if this is the actual one that I need to do next, but it is the one we're going to do because it's technically closest. Oh no, that's going to be jumping over something that's way bigger than if I just walk around. Hello, sir. Oh boy, I'm in trouble. Clerk Zhao told me to give you this. Uh-huh. She needs a report of all the ships in the harbor. I actually started keeping track of this at the very start. But then there's also the important good reports. The reports crew information and customer report. There's so much to keep track of. Report this, record that. I can't keep up with it all. Why am I friends with you? We're not friends. I think all the quests are of equal importance. Thanks for the offer, but you aren't familiar with the work, you won't be much of help. I always tell myself I should, but I get so busy I forget to prioritize. Oh, there's just so much work to do in the harbor. Too much. I thought about it, but there's not enough time. I have to work harder. I'll burn the midnight oil tonight, tomorrow, the day after that. See if I can finish recording all the ships in the harbor. After all, this is the very first report I started working on, so it shouldn't be the last one I submit. I don't even remember when I got this thing. This is all just me doing quests before Inzuma. No, that's not quite right either. Click Zhao told me to give this to you. About the plans for the lantern ritual. Lantern, right? I'm writing that right now, but it feels like I'm missing something, so keep editing it. Everybody needs to do their very best for a big festival like Lantern Rite, so I can't submit this plan just yet.
I know. And come up with the best plan. I just need a bit more time. There's nothing wrong with your plan. May not have any glaring problems, but at least let me improve it even more. Good ideas from last year's plans. I've already been looking at last year's Lantern Rite, but even though it was very popular among residents, I still think I can come up with something really special. I have to give it my all for the Lantern Rite. Think, Shanglong, think! Okay, then. With a bit more time, I'll touch up the plan and fix some minor issues. I'll submit it when I'm done touching it up. I hope everyone really enjoys this year's Lantern Rite. Is there a point to me having friendship? Oh, no, there's someone up here. Apparently. I don't remember talking to you. Who are you? You're back. Thank you so much. Nervous-an and Jingzhou already sent me a message. They said they will definitely submit their work on time. Excellent. At the very least, I can sleep well tonight. Take these as thanks. You've really been a great help. After this ordeal, I'm sure they won't repeat this kind of mistake again. Ooh, crab meat. Okay, now I can do this. Sweet. That's the wrong button. J. Navigate. I swear, if it's the place I sat down, even though it wasn't where they wanted me to, I'm gonna be so proud that I guessed the right area. Oh, hell yeah, baby. I think that's like almost the exact table I sat at, too.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the Orin laid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus Jadeite after all.
Not Smaragdus Jadeite? Really?
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living.
How dare you say that about me?
I made some deductions. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus Jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy.
Thus it can't be smooth?
If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
I feel like you should have asked that before you revealed that.
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity. If I have deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus Jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Oh, Paimon, you're so cute. I might draw you in my video just because you're so silly.
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that,
You kind of got goat eyes.
Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing.
Those dirty Schneznayans.
Meanwhile,
I have no reason to like them yet. I'll probably change my tune once I meet, I don't know, a toddler from there. A very vivid depiction.
That Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at
A
my
more
disposal.
demure
I'll
solution?
share them with you in due course.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yunfei.
No, I'm not an adventurer. I can't help with that.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I ask you to please sign this contract?
A woman after Zhongli's heart. As in just that contracts, god of contract. Yeah, no, I'm not shipping. I'm just making a contract joke, guys, I swear.
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track.
If I had one more for every time I'd hear the word contract, I'd have at least 100 more.
Feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
God of contracts? Maybe. Maybe she's his successor. She never said who her dad was. That's all I'm saying.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract. Any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yunfei.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here.
You know,
and
what
then
I
sign
might
this
do.
page as well.
This would be obviously way in the future, and this is if I end up becoming a content creator. What I might do is just make a series where I don't talk in the videos, full screen, and then I would just clip it up to be all of like the cutscene moments, and it would be like Genshin Impact, the movie, and it's just all of the cutscenes and storylines without all of the filler battle. And then all the filler battles I would compile, and it's Genshin Impact but action movie, and there's no cutscenes, and it's just the fighting.
And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last.
Oh, Paimon is my face in any conversation.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
Poor doodle Paimon. She's out of brain juice. And she didn't have much to start with.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve, once we've got some things squared away.
Your lips aren't moving.
I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
My investigation is brute force. Always.
I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geo-energy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some.
And it made him puke so hard that he decided not to use it.
Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter. But either way, it's a lead.
It's
Or
lead.
if we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite.
Man, what if... I know this is like, magic and whatever. It's like, oh, it's elemental energy. What if someone was selling freaking like uranium? They're like, it's elemental energy, obviously. If you're feeling sick, it's because you don't have... It's because you're a mere mortal if you're a wizard.
Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage.
I won't stand for it.
But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... Where can we find someone who processes ore?
The mines?
Ah, I've got it. Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore.
The fat guy who wants me to gamble?
If Mr. Crossel had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
Oh. Why does this man keep coming up? I do not like him. Don't get me wrong, he could be worse. But he could also be better.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh,
It's you, Miss Yanfei. Is something the matter?
She's sued this man before.
Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh,
I've won once.
swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort.
Yet.
Has a Snezhnaya merchant named Crossel enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnayan merchant named Crossel, you say?
His face looks more proportionate than Crossel. I wonder how much of it is just the dark eyebrows versus the blonde eyebrows.
I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus jadeite. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so
That is
I kept a
not
few little
shavings.
to study myself later.
That is massive
They're
chunks
right
of.
over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Those are not shavings. You gave us paper thin things to figure out if we could have a ritual. Those are not shavings.
If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings. Yes, it's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
Is that so? Well, we might as well give elemental side a shot. So, did you find anything?
Not a trace of elemental energy.
They really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time.
Why couldn't Shinto tell them apart?
These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
Alright, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But, never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossel...
Huh?
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
I think we should persecute him. I almost ran all the way back to the guy.
Miss Yanfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossel did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus jadeite, did he not?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here, it says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus jadeite, uncut.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But might I ask why you need them?
Here's my cursed idea. Has nothing to do with this. I just had it earlier and I want to share it. She is half Adepti, and so is Ganyu. Meaning, the Adepti can have human kids. Zhongli could have the next... I know he gave his gnosis or whatever. He could have the next God of Contracts, though, with just, like, some random woman. And I think she would also be just as forgetful as her father. That's my opinion. To the point that she's like, I forgot I'm supposed to be in leeway. Oh, no, dang.
Oh, I have my
Then I thought
reasons.
about that for like 10 minutes
Yes,
today.
Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yanfei, but might I know the nature of the incident on this occasion?
No.
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossell won't dare try to deny what he did.
He will, because he's a Schneznayan.
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more compelling. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think.
How many characters are there in this town?
Jewelry.
Me.
Aha! Got it. Xingxi. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Well, that was quick. How can you know so many people?
Because this is the nation of laws, and in the nation of laws, there's lawyers to dictate those laws.
Lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of
What'd I say?
contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us. But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible to finish?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized
Nerd.
all the legal codices.
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
Is this how Adepti become so adept at everything?
Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus.
You don't know
I just
that.
like reading things.
That could be an adeptus trait. You don't know, nerd.
Again,
Nerd.
with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then.
Let's go look for the Xing Xing. Okay. I feel like this is going to take longer than I want, so I think we're going to end it here because it's been like 3.5 hours. So, thank you so much for joining me, guys. It was an art stream, and then it stopped being an art stream, and I don't know when that happened, but it did happen. And thank you for being with me throughout it all. Hope you guys have a great night. Hope you enjoyed Genshin Impact. Love ya. See you later. Bye.